Rubbery chicken? Questionable sell-by dates? Even horse meat? Ignore the gossip about Aldi's meat. Here's what's actually going on behind the headlines. In today's digital world, a single social media post can spark a rumor, spread globally, and escalate into a full-blown frenzy. Aldi recently became the target of one such viral story concerning its Appleton Farms bacon. In March 2024, an unusual claim started making the rounds online, suggesting that Aldi was selling lab-grown bacon. TikTok and Instagram users quickly jumped on the story, warning others to steer clear of what they described as fake bacon slices.
Bacon! Bacon!
That myth didn't last long, though, as Aldi quickly addressed it. On March 22nd, the company told the Associated Press that its Appleton Farms brand does not use lab-grown or cellularly cultivated pork. The confusion seems to have stemmed from a similarly named company, Appleton Meats, a biotech firm in Vancouver experimenting with lab-grown beef and chicken. Importantly, Appleton Meats has no connection to Aldi's Appleton Farms. So next time you're cooking up a package of Aldi bacon, you can safely ignore all those viral warnings. They're completely unfounded. Woody chicken refers to chicken breast cutlets that are unusually tough, dry, and pale, most often seen in farm-raised birds. This texture is generally linked to the rapid growth rates of chickens raised for meat, which can stress their bodies and cause collagen and fat to build up within the muscles, leaving the meat firm and less tender, a far cry from the juicy chicken most diners expect.
The condition can cause the chicken to be tougher and a lot more firm than we're used to experiencing.
Aldi's chicken breast cutlets have unfortunately gained a reputation for being a bit woody. While some of this criticism is valid, Reddit threads and other online discussions feature customers complaining about tough, chewy chicken from the store. This seems to reflect a broader issue in the poultry industry rather than a problem unique to Aldi. In 2022, Today reported on the prevalence of fibrous chicken breasts in U.S. grocery stores, highlighting that many shoppers encounter the same texture issues across multiple retailers. Woody breasts are perhaps more prevalent than they've ever been. While it's possible to come across woody chicken at Aldi, the likelihood isn't any higher than at other grocery stores. The silver lining? There are ways to lower your chances of biting into a tough, stringy piece of poultry. Choosing organic or free-range cutlets, selecting thighs instead of breasts, and pressing the meat to feel for tenderness are all practical steps to avoid a woody meal, whether you're shopping at Aldi or elsewhere. Steak is often seen as a premium meat, and many people might balk at the thought of buying a top sirloin or New York strip from a budget-friendly store. Yet, Aldi's steak offerings, which frequently earn positive reviews, could make even skeptical shoppers reconsider.
Aldi has low prices on beef all the time, but here, the sale could end at any minute.
One satisfied shopper shared on Reddit, praising Aldi for delivering both great quality and an unbeatable price on their ribeye steaks. I cannot get over what a good value their ribeye steak is. This sentiment is shared widely across Reddit, with users raving about a variety of Aldi's red meat offerings. From beef tenderloin and filet mignon to black Angus cuts, many are amazed that such affordable options can still deliver impressive flavor and quality. Price isn't the only highlight. Shoppers consistently note how tender and tasty the meat is. One Reddit user chimed in, sharing their own experience. Honestly, Aldi has a solid steak program. I've never been let down. The glowing reviews keep piling up, making it clear that the old adage, never buy steak from a discount store, doesn't hold true, at least when it comes to Aldi. In Islam, meat is only considered permissible, or halal, if it has been prepared according to strict religious guidelines. This includes invoking a prayer during slaughter and ensuring the animal is killed quickly, humanely, and with respect. In the U.S., locating halal-certified meat can be a challenge, particularly in conventional grocery stores. Recently, however, Aldi has made waves among Muslim shoppers by introducing halal options in its stores. Aldi's Never Any line now includes 2 products proudly bearing a halal certification stamp, ground lamb and bone-in lamb chops. The addition has generated excitement online, with one TikTok user exclaiming, "I still can't get over halal meat being at Aldi." It's worth mentioning that Aldi's Never Any line seems to be among the first of the retailer's meat brands to earn halal certification. For now, choosing these products is the only way for shoppers to guarantee halal-compliant meat from Aldi. That said, it's possible that additional suppliers could follow suit in the future. Aldi's Kirkwood chicken breast nuggets remain a top pick in the frozen aisle, but their recipe has been updated. What used to be a dairy-free snack now contains dairy ingredients. This shift may not bother everyone, but it's a major concern for those with dairy allergies. And some shoppers aren't thrilled. Several customers have voiced their frustration online, with one Reddit user even claiming, "A lot of Aldi staples have new recipes, and none for the better. Yikes." Changes to beloved store-bought staples are sometimes unavoidable, but if a tweak leaves you frustrated, it's worth letting Aldi know. The company claims to listen closely to customer feedback, so your comments might just reach the right people. "Tired of wasting my money at Aldi," reads a Reddit thread where a shopper complains that their meat seems to spoil far too quickly. Similar reports from other customers have sparked rumors that Aldi might be selling meat past its expiration date. Employee accounts online, however, tell a very different story. While Aldi does mark down items within 2 days of their sell-by dates, expired meat is either thrown out or donated. One shopper shared that they were refused permission to buy several packages of expired meat to freeze at home, with the cashier warning that selling it would risk her job. Staff have also confirmed in forums that any meat that looks questionable is immediately removed from shelves rather than offered to customers. Of course, getting an occasional bad package of ground beef can happen at any grocery store, but Aldi's suppliers vary by location. So if your store keeps selling spoiled meat, it's likely a local issue rather than a chain-wide problem. While horse meat is a delicacy in certain parts of the world, it's widely frowned upon in most English-speaking countries. That's why the next rumor has turned a lot of heads and stomachs, particularly in the US and UK. As one Reddit user quipped, "The mother got us a piece of British venison from Aldi over the weekend." So long story short, it's probably horse. The notion that Aldi deliberately sells horse meat has gained traction online, even though it's false. That said, the rumor has a kernel of truth. Back in 2013, one rogue supplier caused a major stir when 2 of Aldi's frozen beef items were discovered to contain horse meat instead of beef, leaving customers outraged and the company scrambling.
If I'm going into a supermarket and I'm thinking that I'm buying beef when really I'm buying horse meat, it's not on, really.
Aldi was just one of several retailers caught up in the wider 2013 horse meat scandal, which traced back to French supplier Comigel. The company expressed shock and frustration, emphasizing its commitment to honest labeling and its concern for customer trust. While the mislabeled products were deemed safe to eat, Aldi immediately removed them from shelves. The incident understandably made some shoppers nervous, but it was an isolated event, and horse meat has not appeared in Aldi stores since. There's nothing more frustrating than getting home from a long grocery run, opening a package of ground beef, and finding it discolored or smelling off. Suddenly, dinner is ruined, and you've wasted hard-earned money on expensive meat. But if your purchase was from Aldi, you don't have to just accept the loss, whether it's beef, chicken, or pork. Aldi actually offers a customer-friendly return program called the Twice as Nice Guarantee.
Fine, why don't you just return me then?
You didn't come from Aldi.
Returning to the store after discovering spoiled meat might seem like a pain, but Aldi makes it worthwhile. The grocer will not only replace the bad package, but also issue a full refund. Essentially a double win that makes the trip back feel justified. If you can't make it back the same day, no worries. Shoppers report that bringing the spoiled meat in the next day is fine, as long as you seal it securely in a bag to keep any unpleasant odors from spreading in your home. Aquaculture, or fish farming, has long sparked debate in the food world. Many shoppers are turning toward wild-caught seafood to avoid the environmental damage and welfare concerns associated with farmed fish. If you've been buying Aldi's Alaskan salmon, you might have assumed it was sustainably raised or wild-caught, thanks to packaging that once read, "Simple, sustainable, seafood." Unfortunately, that claim didn't fully reflect reality. In 2021, Aldi faced 2 separate lawsuits over allegedly misleading marketing of its Alaskan salmon. Plaintiffs argued that the label suggested environmentally friendly practices, when in fact the fish were raised in Chile using aquaculture methods criticized for harming ecosystems, including net pens and chemical treatments. Both cases were eventually dropped after Aldi updated the labeling to avoid giving consumers a false impression of the salmon's origins. Many people rely on the color of meat as a quick gauge of freshness and quality. Some Aldi shoppers, however, have noted that the vivid pink hue of certain steaks and prime ribs looks almost unnaturally perfect, leaving them skeptical.
Your eye will never lie. If something looks off, it's probably not going to taste great.
Some customers have even wondered if the striking pink shade might be the result of added dyes. The reassuring fact? Aldi confirms that none of its products, including beef, pork, and fish, contain artificial coloring. Back in 2015, the company announced on its website that it had eliminated all synthetic colors from its exclusive brand items, responding directly to consumer concerns. The rule around here is if it isn't necessary, we don't do it. Period. End of story. In that same year, Aldi also removed all artificial flavor enhancers, commonly known as MSG, along with partially hydrogenated oils, the source of trans fats, from its products.